Hey, it's Floki. Some new packs came out today, and we've got a new spotlight after Fred VanVleet. For BJ Armstrong? This has to be a mistake. So, I've got a problem with BJ Armstrong. You're telling me the week after this beautiful, stunning, and incredible card comes out as a spotlight reward, we're really going to follow it up with the worst version, who I'd say has virtually no advantages? In MyTeam, there are dozens of cards released weekly to fill all kinds of roles within a basketball team. In this week's packs, we have Pink Diamond scoring guards in Gordon and Stack, an all-around forward in Diamond TJ Warren, a traditional big in Amy Brad Doherty, and a stretch big in Ersan Ilyasova. Now, I'm not a fan of any of these cards here, but they do fill some different roles our teams might be lacking in. And last week, 2K gave us the chance to earn a small, two-way guard. And this week, they've thankfully given us the opportunity to get another small guard, but this one isn't a two-way. This one has one defensive badge and it's bronze. And it's not clamps. So let's start with the negatives that they both share, because they're both not all that good. They both are very small dudes. They both lack height and length. Both of their shot releases are normal, which you probably want a faster shot with such a small guard. Could work for some people, but I like to have a really fast shot if I'm dribbling around with a guard who's so small. If you have one of these freak-length dudes guarding you, they could be so far back and still get a contest on you just because of the length of their arm. And they both can't dunk. So now that we've got their shared weaknesses out of the way, here's why BJ is worse. He's slower. He's slower with the ball. He has less hustle. He's weaker. He has zero defensive ability, just bronze pickpocket. Sure, he's a good shooter, but he doesn't have range. The one thing you could hope to do with him, he just can't shoot deep threes, and that sucks. His stats are pretty similar in playmaking, but he's got worse badging, and he's much worse defensively, and his defensive tendencies, on-ball steal particularly, is bad. And the card has pickpocket, where Fred VanVleet doesn't have pickpocket, but has a much better tendency. What? Another thing, he's got no pro size-ups, just some normal size-ups. I don't really use size-ups that much, but just weird. This is maybe a disadvantage, but I kind of like it. He has no park handles, no park size-ups, so you can't click in the left stick and accidentally do like a weird breakdance move, which I definitely do all the time, and gives up wide-open dunks more often than I'd like to admit. And he also doesn't have Giant Slayer. As a small guard, the bigger the height difference between you and your defender, the more benefit you get from that badge. And on a small guard like this, you would think you want to have Giant Slayer. And BJ starts with silver badges that Fred already has gold. Alright, so I'm not going to totally rip on BJ Armstrong. Not totally, but mostly. He's got an extra inch of height, okay? And a few inches of wingspan. But he's got no defensive badges and bad defensive tendencies, so he's not really going to get to take advantage of that. Okay, and he's got an extra 3-point hot zone. But again, no deep threes, no range extender, so you're going to get blocked. Like, he's got to be wide open. And he was teammates with this guy. And he was pretty popular. In review, this card sucks. And I've got a problem with the reward structure. I'm only halfway to Fred with over 1 million MT. That can buy any of these point guards. They don't need their own video. They're better and taller. This guy is not worth my time, and he is not worth your time either. For Sean Marion, who we already can basically guess will be like a worse Aaron Gordon, with possibly the worst release in the game, not worth breaking a sweat, not worth playing 10 games against like pro difficulty and doing like weirdo challenges. Like, I don't know. If you're an XP grinder and you're like, I really need to optimize everything, then I guess do it. But that's pain. You're living through pain because 2K doesn't want to give you a proper reward for your time. And I'm not here to rip that. I just think that they should have released these in the opposite order. Last week they bring out the worst guard, this week they bring out the better guard. Wouldn't that make sense? You know, I guess not. Getting BJ? Couldn't be me. Yesterday I asked you guys to rate my team, and I'll be going over the comments from that video on an upcoming video. I know I said it would be today. Surprise! It's not. So I'm gonna give you guys another day. If you haven't seen my video yesterday, go check that out, see what team I'm running. and give me your feedback. Maybe some of these new guys could be added to the team. Also, I finished another Triple Threat Online board late last night. My heart rate is still elevated. Interesting set of games that I'll be editing for you guys to check out this week. And also Byron Beck, I think it's his last day in the vault. I wouldn't be surprised if next week it's him plus some old reward who we've already had a chance at. If it's him and Wayne Embry or something, that wouldn't surprise me. But right now I'm gonna treat it like it is his last day in the vault, and I'm gonna try to get him because I'm pretty sure he has a sweet mustache, and that's really important to me. Hey, like the video for me, subscribe if you're new, and leave me a comment if you want to support the channel. Hey, I hope you're having a great Tuesday, and I'll be back as always tomorrow with another 2K video. Bye!